So let's talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out. This is something that can come up at any time, but it is a little bit more likely to happen during the festive season when it can seem as if everyone else is celebrating with drinks and we see alcohol really being very romanticised and glamorised at this time of year. Our culture tends to link special occasions with celebrations to alcohol, and sometimes our minds just throw up the story that if we don't have a drink, we can't really celebrate. And it feels bad to think that we can't do that. So one of my favourite quotes about FOMO comes from this book by Brené Brown, Rising Strong. And I'm going to read it to you now because it's really great. She says, "The fear of missing out is what happens when scarcity slams into shame. FOMO lures us out of our integrity with whispers about what we could or should be doing. FOMO's favourite weapon is comparison. It kills gratitude and replaces it with not enough. We answer FOMO's call by saying yes when we mean no. We abandon our path and our boundaries and those precious adventures that hold meaning for us so we can prove that we aren't missing out. But we are. We are missing out on our own lives. Every time we say yes because we're afraid of missing out, we say no to something. And that something may be a big dream or a short nap. We need both. Courage to stay our course and gratitude for our path will keep us grounded and guide us home." So I really love that. And there are two things that I want to pick up on from that passage. The first is this idea that FOMO lures us out of our integrity, out of what we said we wanted and what we were going to do, with whispers about what we should be doing. It's that voice that says, "Oh, but if I don't drink, I'll miss out on the taste or the connection with friends or the fun. Everyone else gets to have fun, so why not me?" But what we've got to remember is that the first word in FOMO is fear. It's fear of missing out. And fear is really just the anticipation of danger or loss. And anticipation is the work of your imagination. It comes from your thoughts, not your reality. So it's a perception problem. Because actually, the liquid that you pour in your glass, it has nothing to do with the connection you'll have with friends. They're not friends with you because of what you like to tip into your glass. And seriously, if they are, if that is the case, they're probably not your real friends. Friendships and true relationships aren't built on drinking together. They're built on spending time together. And using a drug like alcohol isn't the secret to having fun. I know you know that because otherwise you would have fun every single time you drank. And I know there have been plenty of times when you've drunk and not had a good time at all. So when that FOMO voice comes up with all its fear and scarcity and comparison, just know that it is trying to keep you stuck in your old way of doing things. Use it as a cue to check in and think, like, okay, what is the story I'm making up here? Because I've been alcohol-free for 7 years now, and I honestly don't think I've missed out on anything, apart from some hangovers and some shame and guilt and regrets. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to miss out on that. This brings me on to my key question for you, my big question today that I'd love you to think about and just keep coming back to, and it's this. If I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? So if you say yes to drinking, what are you going to miss out on? Well, you're saying no to your sobriety. You're going to bring that to an end. You're going to miss out on waking up hangover free, feeling good about yourself, being fully present and clear-headed with your kids on Christmas Day. You're saying no to feeling proud, being able to remember everything that happened the night before. When you say yes to drinking, you're really saying no to the commitments you made, to having your own back, to feeling good about that. I always think it helps to fast forward 24 hours ahead in your mind and think about what would really make you feel better. Saying yes to your old way of thinking and those old patterns, or saying no. Because when you say yes to that fear of missing out, you're actually going to miss out on so much more. You're saying no to the future that you said you really wanted. So what are you going to do this festive season? Are you going to say yes or no to that scarcity voice and the fear of missing out? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you have an amazing alcohol-free week ahead.